Welcome to Okashun channel. Do you know the story that Totoro is actually the god of death? This time, I'd like to talk about the urban legends surrounding My Neighbor Totoro. This movie is about the mysterious events experienced by two young sisters in the countryside deep in the mountains, but there are rumors on the internet about a number of urban legends. I tried to find out the truth about it. I'm sure there are things you know and things you don't know, so please take a look to the end. The first urban legend is that in the story, Mei, the younger sister, drowns in a pond and dies, and Satsuki, the older sister, dies while looking for her sister. In this urban legend, Totoro is interpreted as the god of death who appears only to those who are near death. The reason why Totoro was visible only to Satsuki and Mei is because they were near death. Another reason why this urban legend has become more popular is that the shadows of Mei and Satsuki were present in the first half of the movie, but disappeared in the second half. It is unnatural that they don't have their shadows, which should be there if they are alive, isn't it? So when did the girls die? It is said that Mei died when she got lost. After that, Satsuki meets Totoro in order to find Mei. Satsuki is said to have died at this time. Like Totoro, the catbus has become a popular character, and it is said that the catbus is also a kind of god of death. It is said that the catbus serves as a vehicle to take deceased souls to the afterlife. Therefore, the last scene where the two are riding the catbus is a scene where Mei and Satsuki are being sent to the afterlife. This is why Satsuki says that everyone cannot see us when they are on the catbus. Finally, the corroboration of Satsuki and Mei dying can be found in the hospital scene where the mother said, "I felt like Satsuki and Mei just laughed at that tree." But why did the mother notice? It is said that it is because they are dead and the mother is also nearing the end of her life. Also, why did they leave the corn with the message and not see their mother? It's a little unnatural that Mei, who wanted to see her mother so much, didn't see her. There is another urban legend that My Neighbor Totoro was based on an incident in which a girl was kidnapped and killed in Sayama City, Saitama Prefecture, on May 1, 1963. It is commonly known as the Sayama Incident. It is said that there are some strange similarities between this incident and My Neighbor Totoro. The first is that the setting of Totoro is Takarazawa City in Saitama Prefecture, which is adjacent to Sayama City. Secondly, the name Satsuki means Mei in Japanese, and Mei also means May in English, which coincides with the month of the incident. The third point is that the sister was seen looking for her sister after she was kidnapped. Lastly, when the sister's body was found, she confusedly said mysterious words such as "I saw a cat ghost" and "I met a big raccoon." It wonder what the truth is. So, if these urban legends are true, My Neighbor Totoro will be a horrible dark fantasy movie. Let's go to the truth of these, because if this is the case, we won't be able to enjoy watching the movie. As it turns out, it's most likely all a hoax. According to the official website, all the urban legends about My Neighbor Totoro are denied as untrue. The movie's producer Suzuki has also stated on TV that there is no such fact. Also, according to Hayao Miyazaki, Satsuki and Mei are already grown up and married. That's amazing, right? It seems that Satsuki and Mei have grown up over the long time since the film was made. Incidentally, the fact that Mei and Satsuki's shadows are not drawn in some places is intentional. The art director of My Neighbor Totoro was particularly particular about the background depiction. He used shadows to show the passage of time. The reason why Satsuki and Mei have no shadows is because they are right under the sun, that is, at noon. When the shadows are longer, it depicts the sun going down and the shadows growing longer. After evening, the shadows are not drawn because there was no need to draw them. If you look closely, you can see that when there are no shadows on Mei and Satsuki, there are no shadows on the other people either. The real reason for the lack of shadows was to express time through the length and color of the shadows, which was a very detailed production. The movie producer also said that the reason for the lack of shadows was because they were deemed unnecessary for the drawing. As for the mother's comment in the hospital scene, Satsuki and Mei were not dead to begin with, so it is possible that she simply felt some presence and turned around after they got on the catbus. After confirming that their mother was safe, Satsuki and Mei left only the corn and did not see her. The reason for this was because they had grown up, The anxious older sister and the selfish younger sister have grown up through various experiences. In that scene, they dared to go home without seeing their mother in order to depict their growth. As for the connection with the kidnapping and murder case in the neighboring town of Sayama, I have a strong impression that it is a complication. First of all, the deceased girl was 16 years old at the time, and her sister was 23 years old, quite a long way from Mei and Satsuki's age. Also, there is no record that the sister was desperately searching for her missing sister. And the information that the sister, in a state of confusion, uttered mysterious words such as "I saw a cat ghost" and "I met a big raccoon dog" seems to have been added later. After verifying each piece of information accurately, it became clear that there is almost no connection between My Neighbor Totoro and the Sayama Incident. The second half of the story, Mei Goes Missing, comes from an episode Hayao Miyazaki had with his younger brother, who he used to play with when he was a child, and with a neighbor kid. There is a reason why Hayao Miyazaki decided to make My Neighbor Totoro in the first place. He was concerned that the rich nature that once existed in Japan was disappearing due to human development. He was also concerned about the Japanese attitude of turning a blind eye to the disappearance of nature and basking in the worldview of other countries. My Neighbor Totoro was an attempt to express the affinity between humans and the natural world as entertainment, using the time when there was no television as a motif. By depicting children genuinely involved in a world different from the human world, the film raised issues in society by making people reconsider the coexistence of the human world and other worlds, including the natural world. What did you think? It looks like we will be able to enjoy watching My Neighbor Totoro in the future. That's it for today's video. If you like this video at all, please rate it highly and subscribe to my channel.